What I want to talk about today is I want to talk about gangs, being in gangs. I used to be in gangs. I got tricked into being in gangs because, you know, I didn't understand certain things as a young man. I didn't understand you want friends, you basically got to pay for them. A lot of times, you know. And I was talking to a guy, just the other day, not years ago, just the other day. We was talking about how things changed over years. This guy's a trucker. He said truckers used to help each other out, that kind of thing. Blah, blah, blah. Then, we talking about the rat race just coming into everything. And people can feel it. People know it's something going on, but they can't put their finger on it. A lot of this stuff is just it's gang-related society. Oh man, gang-related society. So I'm going to talk about how I got inducted to a gang. I got inducted to a gang just going to social events, being friendly, and not aware that I was being watched. You don't ever know who's watching you. And the more you frequent things, the more you're being watched. And so this is part of the reason I gave up clubbing in the early 80s. My last club adventure was in 1983. 1983 was enough for me. It wasn't just, I noticed the quality of girls. It frightened me that, men like booty. But I had something that frightened me. It was an aggressive female that I pretty much only talked to for 20 minutes. And she frightened me with her bravado and her forwardness and her just saying what she was after. So that ended the club thing. But the gang thing was, going to high school dances, that kind of thing. Trying to have fun as a teenager. No understanding what I was getting into. And, seeing how cool people could be. People can be real cool when they after what they want. And when they see some kind of utility in you. But that same coolness can turn into coldness. The instant you don't fit a certain prescribed script. Now, one thing I tell young people is don't be somebody that do anything to fit in. Now, when you first get in a gang, you think it's cool. You feel a sense of power. But you're not aware of the evil eye. The evil eye that's watching you constantly, looking to turn you out and make you into a worse person. All guys in gangs are not bad guys. And see, no one called the gang out. Let me tell you about the gang. The gang is slavery. It's slavery. Now, I knew some people in the mafia. You know, if you strip away the bravado, the nice clothes, the nice cars, you're talking about slavery. Because you're dealing with somebody that really thinks they own you. You're dealing with somebody that thinks they own you. And your work in life, in my opinion, is getting out of assumed ownership. You got to break your neck just to get out of assumed ownership. Now, I'm learning something with, between jobs and business decisions. And I feel secure because all this crazy stuff going on is no change to my lifestyle. And the reason it's no change to my lifestyle comes from that what? We talked about this before, minimalist lifestyle. How many people with a lot of friends can live a minimalist lifestyle? How many people? See, sometimes the game thing is you got to talk faster than you can think. And sometimes you even got to move faster than what you can think. And so by the time you do think, you end up with a lot of regrets. But the thing that saved me from the gangs was really a good conscience. I mean, it's about I wanted to make money. But I was in a hell of a position. I wanted to make money, but I really didn't want to hurt anybody. And so the people you working with, they got to get you dirty and they got to get you messed up. And they got to bring you to the point of no return. Now, my answer to the gangs at the time was the military. And the military has a lot of good points. But let me tell you, when they jack you up, they're going to push your butt in a corner. And that reminds me, my first week in boot camp, it was more abuse than I ever seen. And so my conclusion was, this is just a big gang. Now you get used to things, you adapt, and that's how human beings have survived, is they adapt. Because you adapt doesn't mean the problems are solved. Because you adapt doesn't mean the problems went anywhere. And so you still end up with culpability and a lot of these other things. Now, I told you about the party situation. Now, a lot of people aren't aware the gang has recruitment methods. They have recruitment methods. You're out there to have a good time, shake a few hands or whatever. But there's recruitment methods. And so when I got in the gang, I'm not going to say who it is and all this stuff. Okay, I'm not even going to give you a time frame. Names have been changed to protect the innocent or the not so innocent, which I've worn both sides of these shoes. Okay, now I didn't understand there was a recruitment method. Some guys, they get recruited because of muscle. They're just a natural born mule that can be turned into a thug. And that's why they give you assignments. Your assignments is your training. And that's part of your training. But it's training at a price, because you mess it up, you got a hell of a price. But since we're living in gang-related society, that's an interesting term to put on it, but it's gang-related society. And I think it's got something to do with God. I think it's got something to do with the Bible. And you can't ignore the patterns. It's so much behavior. See, when you got the wrong idea with good intentions, it's still a time bomb. And so some of this stuff is taken on the same mind frame as a game. And what occurs with gangs, most gangs, you either get beat in or you get beat out or you get both. But some gangs are smoother. They hold the carrot. And if you want to play, it's pay to play. But like I said, the gang watches everybody. And they don't just watch you, they watch your relations. When you get the call to hurt somebody that you care for, either that's too late or there's no way out but the hole in the ground. And so that's what got me out, is, not just wanting to hurt folks, but you know what? You get callous when you're in there. You get to a place where you don't even care, and you get to a place where you actually start liking you actually begin to like inflicting pain, those kind of things. So I see a lot of stuff as turning into a gang because, like the military, that was top-down control. Probably the most top-down control I might ever see in my life. But like I said, I divide, as far as the military is concerned, I divide the training from the mission. The training is rock solid. And it's beneficial if you don't get on the wrong side. See, they always got a trash can. And And the trash can is you went far, but you didn't go far enough. Now I look at the corporate thing. None of this stuff is wanting you to come to work and just do your work. They have to get in to your mind. And if they don't feel they got into your mind, they might decide to just wash you. As far as wash you away. And so I'm seeing more militarism come up in corporate America. And the truth is this: you can't go nowhere. I'm going to say this: you can't go nowhere without seeing men get used. And you can't go anywhere without seeing men just being absolute lordly hounds. And you can't go anywhere without seeing men that are just in the rat race. You really can't. And so we got to call the gang thing for what it is. You know, you need to work and keep your situation sound. But you need to be able to do it in good conscience and in good faith and without being a moron. See, it's being a moron that causes a lot of people to lose their health. And it actually causes a lot of people to go down. And so whatever the situation is, it's like, hey, I'm not here to be a moron. I am not here to be a moron. And for the record, it's not hard work that hurts you. See, what hurts you in the end of the day is all that damn darkness. The darkness, the hardness, the madness. And it lets us know that society is not going in a good place, in a good direction, because it's becoming gang-related society. And why is it becoming gang-related society? I'm going to tell you why. You might not like this, you may not agree with it. It's becoming gang-related society because people don't know how to live. You got to have politics and everything. You don't know how to damn live. You need to go somewhere and learn how to live so you won't have these things lording over you. And you won't have to face life with a sense of false security. There's a time in life where you don't know where to go. There's a time in life where you don't know what to do. It's just a trial of life. Why would you erect something that can have this kind of control over your mind? And we all want to go somewhere in life. We all want to do things in life. But it's gang related because they know that. You got to pay to play. And see, the reward, sometimes it's just reward, but if it's degradation, it's not a just reward. Degradation is not a just reward because it changes who you are. It changes who you are, it changes what you are, and you will not like the results. You will not like the results. So be your own person, be strong, be free, and be looking out for this gang-related society. God bless you. You have a nice day. Good day. Thanks. Bye.